I'm back with my little Annykins. She's not in bed this time. I hope you all managed to catch up with the weekly update video that I posted this morning. It's been a bit of a busier day than expected here at the farm. But the biggest news is that we finally got the thumbs up from Cadent to go ahead with all the work on the girls' turnout area. And you'll see a bit more of that in later in the video today, along with some other clips from just day-to-day things that were happening around the farm. I didn't manage to get any footage of our visitors in the friendship barn, but they went away smiling, and they actually took away with them Arenska and Jubba's heartfelt hug, those beautiful hugs that are made by Wendy. Hoyt's is back in stable stays tonight. He's got a young lady with him who's turning 18 in a few days, and Nero was absolutely delighted to go back out into the orchard with Hida, who might not have been quite so delighted. Isn't this the best way to wake up? There's Annie over there. Just gave her a little shout. And she gave me a little nicker back. She's going to come up and probably escort me down to the yard now for her breakfast. Morning, sweetheart. Oh, you the best. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. I don't have anything. Oh, we've got Hida shouting down there as well. Come on then, Annie. Should we go get breakfast? You coming? Look how gorgeous Frey's looking in her uber-coloured dress. Yeah. Isn't it? With your matching water bottle as well. So you've done the yard this morning. So everybody's fed and watered.
Yes.
And we're now off for our little trip out for Jodie's birthday. Very exciting. So we've got the wonderful Lynn here. We've got our quilting queen in the back. And we're going to go and soak up the sun at the Lowood. I think we've got a Tamara somewhere, but she's kind of holding us up. Don't know where she is. She'll be up there somewhere. Maybe getting mugged by Annie. Little clean and tidy up time for Ren. She's not grubby, but she needs a little bit of a facial tidy up. A little bit of a de-dust before she goes into the friendship barn later this morning. Hey, Ren. Doesn't she look well? Oh, red pen. it a busy night? Eh? Or is it just because it's Monday morning? Even yodels at it. Are you ready to come in for a rest? This is quite an interesting thing because this is something that Femma, her mum, used to do all the time. If there was a bit of metal or a bit of chain, she'd always just rub her top teeth along it. So it's just a little quirk in that bloodline that Yodel's inherited from her mum. But she is the most like Femma out of all of the children in so many ways. And obviously following in your mum's footsteps in being Hoytz's companion. So Yodel and Hoytzy are going to come in, and then Floppy Doo and Nero will do a swap with them, and they'll go back out in the orchard themselves for a few days. Look at you powering up the hill, Hoytz. It's because you know breakfast's up there, isn't it? So we met with Gareth from Cadent to discuss the high pressure gas pipeline that runs across the farm and how it affects all the groundworks that we're going to be doing for the new building. So Gareth explained to us that the pipeline is a major high pressure line running at about 32 bar and feeding the whole of Barrow and Ulverston. It's part of a nationally important system monitored very closely, even by helicopters that fly over every 2 weeks. And because of this, there are really strict rules. The pipeline has a legal easement, meaning that there's no permanent structures that can be built too close or certainly over the top of it. Typically, the safety distance is about 12 metres either side, giving a total area of 24 metres of protected land. Fortunately, our planned building is set back 14 metres, which does keep us safely outside the restricted zone. And Gareth confirmed that that was absolutely fine and we won't need to move it any further. Now, when work begins, Cadent just need to supervise any activity within 3 metres of the pipeline. And for our project, that's only going to involve stripping the topsoil and laying down hardcore for access and hard standing in the area. And Gareth reassured us that this should all be pretty straightforward. They'll attend on the first day that work's done at no charge to make sure that everything's done safely. And after that, as the building is outside of the easement, Cadent won't need to be involved any further. We did also discuss some of the access points, the manholes, the drainage, confirming that these are all going to remain clear of the restricted strip. And Gareth explained how the pipeline is detected and marked out, and we agreed on the exact gateway position for where it's going to go across into the girls' summer turnout. He also reminded us that the pipelines aren't buried as deeply as people often think they are, usually only around about 1.1 metres, which was really surprising, and it's why sticking to these rules is so important. Now, tomorrow, Graham, who I believe is also known as Joe 90, will be coming to check the exact depth of that pipeline. And Gareth suggested that we may need to hire in some mud mats to protect it from the pressure of the vehicles going backwards and forwards. But if the pipeline is buried deeper than 1.5 metres or more, Tony's suggestion of simply bridging it with stone should be enough. Now, we are hopeful that this will be the case as the pipeline runs under the beck alongside that track into the girls' field, which is much lower than the level of the field. So we've got everything crossed that is the case, and we're not going to have to incur additional expenses with hiring in more mud mats. So I upset the girls earlier by coming down here without their food. So they'd all disappeared back up the field. Gave them a shout, and here they come. Go, Inna! like you're late with breakfast.
Hello, Winnie.
Little skinny in.
Come on, Winnie. Let's get you in.
With your blue queen.
Come on.
That's it. No, that's not yours. That's Doutson's. Over that way. You know yours. That's it. Mabel, you're last to the dinner table. But guess what, Mabel? You're going to come in because this wonderful lady over here, Hazel, you had a real challenge with repairing her rug, didn't you?
It was a rebuild. It wasn't a repair, it was a rebuild. So the challenge now is to see whether her curvaceous bottom will fit in what's left of the,
Yes,
the back of it.
because it's a little more curvaceous now she's been out of fat camp, isn't it?
Yes.
But I'm sure it will work wonders with her. So you'll no longer be a zebra again.
Join
Yes.
the herd.
That's it. Inna's eaten. She's off. She's going a bit slower than usual. No, you're not. You don't need to duck out the camera, Hazel. Are you going with them, Spesh? Bye. See you later. Spesh actually desperately wants to come in again. She's like, I'm torn. I love my girlfriends, but I love people too. I guess I better follow them.
Go and do your exercise.
Yeah. Well, this young man has certainly recovered from being very tired. He's had a few days up at the yard. As you can see, he's full of beans and ready to go out, as he's been telling me most of the day, because he's been kicking on the gate of the turnout. So he's come out, he's had a nice clean up, and he's heading back down to the orchard with his Uncle Hidda. Straight down for a roll. Now Hidda's got his fly sheet on still because he's, as you know, very sensitive skinned. Nero doesn't have his for a couple of reasons. He's not quite so sensitive skinned. There aren't really any clegs around now, and also his rug, where he'd rather rip the belly strap, is going off to Hazel's repair workshop. So he'll be absolutely fine down here without a rug on, and we'll see how long it takes for him to get really tired again. But he'll be very happy to be having some grass again, having that little bit more freedom out here than he gets in the turnout. And now I've got little My. He's coming in to do a bit more groundwork again. Oh, Nero's off. See, he is very sensible. He had a trot off there, a little bounce, realised that it was a bit uncomfortable on his leg, and so stopped. And it will be frustrating, but he's learning to live with it. I'm up at the top of Hoytzer and Jubba's top paddock, where we've had one of those tracks put in to improve the drainage around here. And something I forgot to put in my weekly update was that we were getting delivery of these 75 posts today. And this week, David, who's done most of our fencing, is going to be getting started on getting all of these posts put in round the tracks. The edges are going to be electrified. It's not going to be an easy feat, I have to say, because trying to get these posts into this very rocky ground is going to be quite a challenge for him. But that way we'll be able to keep this area secluded during the winter months for the horses to walk on without going off onto the sides and trudging around in mud and ruining all the grass. Oh, and look, David's even helping Vince. Look, they're going to run away now. Anyone would think you're both camera shy. What are you doing, Vince?
Nothing, honest.
It's lovely to have you back here after your week. Was it a week or two over at Jodie's farm?
2 weeks.
Yeah?
Busy week,
But you got her and Phil in. Yeah?
yeah.
Is it nice to be back?
Couldn't wait to come back.
Yeah, you're such a fibber. But you are putting together the last bench from the Fran Cat Bells Challenge, which arrived last week. That's Nika demanding some attention. I know Nika. It's all about you as well. Anyway, this is another beautiful bench, thanks to Frey and Anne and everybody who contributed towards their GoFundMe campaign. And it looks like it's nearly put together. And these two are going to sit down and have a cup of coffee together in a minute, aren't you?
Yeah, discuss our brilliant workmanship.
Absolutely. Is he trying to rope you in on the fencing as well?
No.
Yeah?
No. Yeah. You don't get away with it. Yeah.
We'll bring you more on that tomorrow. And he's got a new slave.
Oh, don't film me doing this.
Why? Oh, do you not want to be seen as an animal lover, David?
I am an animal lover.
Oh, Annie.
I wake up in the morning with a smile on my face, feeling thankful for the love and the happiness we chase. Sun is shining brightly, sky so blue and clear. With every breath I take, I'm grateful you are near. So grateful, yeah. Thank you for the laughter, thank you for the tears. Thank you for the moments that we hold dear. Thank you for the love, thank you for the light. I'm grateful every day. You make my world so bright, oh so bright. The world can be a crazy place, with valleys and with peaks, but you bring joy into my life. Turn frowns into cheeks through all the ups and downs. You've been my saving grace.